Welcome, friends. We are going to have another wonderful session discussing with you some aspects of sustainable development. But before we go to the new topic, we will discuss a little bit about what we spoke about last time in the last video. As you remember, we talked about some of the main challenges to sustainable development across the world, and also the challenges faced by India in achieving the sustainable development goals. For example, we talked about poverty and inequality, gender equality, uneven progress, or defining the key indicators for progress, for development, and of course, environmental sustainability. And all these really give you ample opportunity that you can come up with wonderful, innovative projects that relate to the need of the community in which you are going to have your project. Today we are going to discuss about a very different aspect of sustainability, which is very, very important, that is in fact at the heart of sustainability, and that is about ethics of sustainability. You know, the ethical and moral framework for sustainability should ensure equitable distribution of well-being between the rich and the poor. That is the ethical concern, right? The present time and the future. Again, how do we distribute the well-being, the benefits among poor and rich, the present generation and the future generation, and between humans and non-humans? So we cannot give the benefit only to human beings at the cost of, for example, damaging the environment, or disregarding the existence of the animals and wildlife and so on and so forth, or the fishes in the oceans. So equality within and between generations must be ensured. Since justice is the foundation of order in the natural world, as every created thing receives what it rightfully deserves, that is the meaning of justice. Everybody should get what it rightfully deserves. We look at the, suppose, insects, they get what they deserve, so they survive. You look at the birds, animals, all of them get the rightful share of shelter, rightful share of food, of comfort, and other basic needs according to their own situation. So we cannot visualize a human society to be able to survive and live in harmony with the absence of justice. When justice is neglected, poverty and misery rise. That leads to social unrest, leads to conflicts. In fact, no development can happen in such an environment where justice is missing. Therefore, development to be sustainable should ensure that all the stakeholders receive what they rightfully deserve, and relations within and between generations are founded on the principle of justice. Justice is like the pillar of order in the universe. If you remove justice, the order collapses. It can be the social order, can be economical order, can be environmental order. They cannot be ordered without justice. Another very important principle for sustainable development is unity and cooperation. Here again, we can draw from multiple examples that nature provides to us to understand that without unity, without cooperation, not only development cannot happen, but the very existence of man will be at risk. You remember in the first module, we discussed about the organs of the human body. Though they are so different from each other in shape, in size, in function, where they are located, all these organs live together in utmost unity and cooperation. There is no competition between different organs of the human body. Without such a unity, it is impossible for man to carry out any function or to grow. For example, we discussed that to carry out a very simple act of eating that is essential for man's life, many different organs cooperate and work together to make eating possible. And as a result of eating, again, all the parts of the body remain healthy and grow. So when they cooperate, the body can eat, and because the body eats, everybody remains healthy and can grow. So true development that benefits everybody can happen only when there is full unity and cooperation among all. All the stakeholders, whether they're at local level, community level, or national level, or global level, all are in need of being united. Hence, when we embark to have development projects, a basic task is to ensure that there is unity and cooperation among the community members. If it is not there, that is what we should start to. Here, I'd like to invite you to revisit sessions 13, 14, and 15 of the last module, where we discuss about creating environments of unity built on diversity and unity of action. You remember we also had some games that you can play with the local stakeholders. This is where development begins. To be united and to cooperate with each other, what do we need? We need to trust one another. And to be able to trust one another, what we need? We need to be truthful. We need to be honest in our thoughts, in our words, and in our deeds. These are the universal human values, without which we cannot take even the first step for any developmental project. So, sustainable development has close connection with the universal human values. I'm happy that your program is all under the umbrella of education in universal human values. According to UNESCO Digital Library 2017, Education for Sustainable Development Goals, that's where they describe what I'm going to read for you. It says, embarking on the path of sustainable development will require a profound, it means deep, transformation of how we think and act. So the development begins first from our thoughts and from our own actions. To create a more sustainable world and to engage with sustainability related issues as it is described in SDGs, individuals must become sustainability change makers. So this is the title given to us. We become sustainability change makers. You like it? That's a good term. They require the knowledge, skills, values, and attitudes that empower them to contribute to sustainable development. So these are the same pillars that in the last module we said these are the pillars of capability building. So to be able to contribute to sustainable development is a capability. And as UNESCO said, you need knowledge, you need skills, you need values, you need attitudes. And so far we have been trying to clarify the concepts. It then says, UNESCO then says, education therefore is crucial for the achievement of sustainable development. So your work as sustainability change makers will involve also a lot of education, educating the stakeholders. In our common future, the document that we referred to it before also, we read which says sustainable development requires the promotion of values that encourage consumption standards that are within the bounds of the ecological possibility and which all can reasonably aspire. So we cannot overconsume that is beyond ecological sustainability. Now, by looking at this, the list of the sustainability development related values, universal human values, when you look at it as you go through the documents of sustainability, we see that such values that encourage restricted consumption include justice. So, if you want restricted consumption, we have to follow justice. Otherwise, we will consume the way that we want and don't allow the future generations and other stakeholders and other sections of the society to get their share. So, we have to follow justice. We have to sacrifice. We should give up certain things for the benefit of others. We should love other human beings, other creations, other animals, creatures, plants. And also we have to follow moderation. These 4 values are brought here: justice, love, sacrifice, moderation. The statement says that it is required to promote such values. So, another part of your project, promote these values. We are going now to shortly discuss about an interactive theater called Happy Hippo Show, which is most wonderfully suited for promoting these values, for promoting sustainable development projects. Let's remember to practice and promote these values when you are engaged in your community development projects. This is part of your project. Inequality in access to resources is a main cause of problem. Our Common Future document they say many problems arise from inequalities in access to resources. Somebody has more access to resources, all resources you consider, and somebody does not have access, inequality. It is said that unity and cooperation bring about development, while disunity and separation spell death. So, we have to ensure that to remain united, there should be equitable access to the resources also. Thank you.